Hi, hello, hey. My name is Tay, and I've been consuming copious amounts of media since I was a very small child, and I've decided to subject the internet to my opinions about said media. So, hey, internet, I guess. Welcome. Today, if my shirt gives you any sort of clue at what this video could possibly be about, like, I don't know. Today I'm going to be talking about Gen V, and it was my favorite show to come out last year, and I was so obsessed. By the time episode 4 was coming out, I had already seen the first 3 episodes 3 times each. 3 times each. It was bad. And then I not only did that, I subjected my roommate to Gen V and got her obsessed. She actually got me this shirt for Christmas, so thank you, Kelly. Love you. But yeah, so Gen V is a spinoff of The Boys. Don't remember if I already said that. If I said it again, who cares? Generally really nervous about spinoffs because, you know, not every spinoff can do it. Not every spinoff can do it, but this one definitely did, and I ended up enjoying it more than The Boys, surprisingly enough, because I love The Boys down. Love it bad. I'll probably make a video regarding it at some point, but today's about Gen V because only the first season is officially out, so spoiler warning if you haven't seen the first season already. Get a grip, go start the first season, don't piss me off. So yeah, I ended up enjoying Gen V a lot more because it's based in college. I'm in college. There's a black main girl. Come on, they did this for me. They did this for, like, let's be serious. I'm looking at Marie, I'm looking at me, I'm like 20, but that's my princess, my baby girl. We'll get into that later. But just before we really get into this video, I'm gonna give y'all a quick disclaimer. I'm gonna be very unwell about Marie and Jordan, and I want y'all to be prepared for that. They got me so bad. The edits, I need y'all to create more fics. This is me saying, as a Marie Jordan warrior, I need y'all to get more fics up. Come on. I know the writers are there. I know the artists are there. Get on your Zooms. I'm waiting. Please. But this video is going to be shorter-ish than my usual ones, probably, because I'm only talking about 2 things. I'm talking about the main characters, and I'm just going to be talking about, like, overall plot stuff. And that's pretty much it. Like, nothing, not really dissecting as much. I just wanted to talk about them and subject you guys to my opinions on my current favorite characters right now. But yeah, without further ado, let's talk about the main characters of Gen V. All right, starting off strong with my baby girl Marie. I love her so bad. Like, this is the people's princess. This is the people's princess. We start off the show with her insane backstory about her discovering her powers and ultimately killing her parents. And it really does break my heart that because of this, not only does she see herself as a villain, but her sister as well. Because, and Kate says this to her in episode 3, she was injected with an untested drug as a baby. You don't know how that power is going to come out. And then, now she's traumatized. And now, the people that injected her with it are also, like, there's a lot of feelings that she hasn't, you know, experienced. There's a word. There's a lot of feelings she hasn't processed because of this. Like, I killed my parents. Like, that's immediately what she's thinking of. Her sister is immediately like, I don't want to be near you. She's not getting adopted. Like, it's a lot. Like, and you just started your period. Like, it never, like, honestly, that would be my final straw. But I really love how her personality contrasts her powers. Throughout the show, a lot of people kind of like shit on her powers. Brink himself calls it messy as he's literally about to expel her. And in a way, not in a way, he literally is just like, you're helping your friends. Those are not her friends. She met them yesterday and they immediately gave her Molly. Not only did they immediately give her Molly, one of them already almost killed somebody. Let's not, friends is a strong term. But anyways, Marie is very she's very kind, she's curious, she's always like excited about like learning something new. And I just almost naive in a way because she doesn't really know anything outside of this orphanage and all this stuff. And she has the I get naive would be a good word because she assumes that she has the she thinks the best of everybody basically, which is really sweet. But obviously if you know the world of the boys, that's not gonna get you far. I think she's the realest person in the show because as the season progresses, we really see her questioning this world she wants so badly wanted to be a part of. And it's kind of similar to Huey, except Huey's was more immediate. Marie's was more quiet, if you get what I mean. Because it all happens and she's just like, what the fuck? And then she slowly is like, okay, I have to accept this in order to progress, in order to keep myself alive. I have to keep doing this. You know what I mean? And then even like questioning Jordan, like how he doesn't know CPR. You go to a superhero school. Where would I have learned that? You are in the crime fighting. Don't piss me off. Anyways, as she's like swept up in the PR of Luke's death, becoming a guardian of Godolkin and questioning the dean, but she just is like, okay, I have to do this in order to make it out of here, in order to get to the 7. And you know, like, just ignore me scrolling through my script. But she just gets this one-track mind of, I have to do this to get out of here. Like, nobody at this point caring about other people is not at the forefront of her mind. And I can't blame her, because what do you mean I try to make friends in college and I gotta clean up a murder, I almost get expelled, and said person I was hanging out with explodes in front of my face? That would have made me drop out. I would have been done. But she's really such a badass. I love seeing her powers evolve. This season alone, because she started the season using her own blood, and then eventually she doesn't need it and she uses others. And I need to see her doing some Katara bloodbending type shit. Yeah. I need that next season. And I need it quickly, because if she can explode somebody's arm, she can make it move too. So we're gonna have to get to work. Put me in the writer's room. And I will get to that expeditiously. But like, needless to say, she's definitely my favorite character. Now we're gonna talk about my Pookie Jordan. Easily my second favorite character in the show. I love Jordan real bad. So starting off with their powers, in their guy form, Jordan's indestructible, but in their girl form, they have like blasty powers. Honestly, I'm really simple. I see blasty powers, I'm there. Sign me up. I'm like, school as hell. You got me. Nothing else needed. Another thing I really loved about Jordan's character, other than their cool ass powers, because actually more on the powers. Luke, who turns into fire, is coming at them. All they did, switch forms. Not even a burn. Not even like easily one of the most powerful characters in that universe. Yeah. Don't piss me off. What I really loved about Jordan's character is that they didn't have Jordan hate one form over the other and have them loving both forms and being like so fluid with switching. It's not even like a thought in their head. And I love the storyline of Jordan feeling like they had to choose one form in order to be accepted and loved. And we see this in the 3rd episode during the Brink banquet, whatever, when they have this whole speech to their dad about never changing and how they've always just been them. And I feel like that's such a specific experience for your parents to change their opinions about something that's so intrinsic to who you are, but they just can't seem to wrap their head around. And it's obviously like a very queer experience, and I loved seeing that on TV, and I think it was depicted incredibly well. Like that got me real bad. And also there's a conversation that Jordan has with Maverick after, I think it's during episode 4, possibly 5, after like this party scene. It was definitely episode 5 now that I think about it, where Jordan is nervous about how Marie reacted because when they woke up, Jordan was in her girl form, you know? I'm fluctuating through she, he, they pronouns for Jordan because I think it's fun and I like it, and I'm queer so I can do what I want. And also they never specified, so I'm just gonna, they said they and also he and also she, and I was just like, oh, we any pronouns in this bitch? So I'm hyped. So I'm basically using those 3 pronouns to refer to Jordan. But yeah, so they have that conversation with Maverick, and Maverick's like, did you ask her or did you just make a decision for her? And I was like, gagged, get him again, because assuming that Marie wouldn't be accepting was obviously like, they're used to that because they dealt with that with their first girlfriend. They deal with that with their parents, you know what I mean? And Marie being just like, that don't even matter. That don't matter. She just like me for real. But there's a specific line that I'm thinking of when she's like, you need to stop turning into a dude when you want to make a point. I'm like, and get him again. And get him again. I don't know. There's so many points where she's just like, I don't know. You can tell she really loves them, and it makes my heart happy. And I also really loved, I believe it's episode 6 or episode 7, where they're in Kate's head, but going through Jordan's memories. And Jordan is basically calling himself a coward for letting Brink slide for a lot of the bullshit that he did, because Brink was tolerant of them. Brink was nice to them. And that's all it took for Luke to kind of just be swept under the rug, almost. You know what I'm chefing up right now? I'm cooking up London and Derek's Emmys, because they acted down. Don't piss me off. Finally, I just really love their growth throughout the season, because we start the season off with Jordan immediately obviously rejected Marie from the intro class to be in the school of crime fighting, and then going to, obviously, literally by episode 2, bro was down bad, but caring about Marie, and then eventually Emma, because when Jordan sucked the shit out of that girl that was talking shit about Emma, I was hype as fuck. I was like, yeah, get her again for me. And her jaw snapped. So that Jordan is really strong. Like, indestructible, yes, but also he cracked the fuck out of her. I was excited. But yeah, I really love Jordan. Really bad. Some of y'all about to be real mad at me, but I don't hate Andre. And I liked his character. Ooh. Don't shoot. I just feel like it's kind of hypocritical, because I'm not gonna lie, like, Andre was a dumbass. Like, he did some dumb shit. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, he never did anything wrong, because he did. He definitely did. He would talk to Marie a certain way. I'd be like, oh, back up. And he did get, clocked by Sam. But guys, please. I feel like it's like hypocritical to see Jordan and see how Jordan was a coward for his situation, and Jordan being like, we're not gonna sit here and pretend Jordan is not a fucking asshole. Can we? And once again, this is no hate to Jordan. I literally just said, she's my poopy schmoopy bear. Like, that's my Pookie. Don't, you know what I mean? But they're similar in the aspect of they know what this world is, sort of. Andre still had the rose tinted glasses on with his father, but when Andre killed that girl, or almost killed that girl. Jordan was the first one to be like, get up, we gotta get the fuck out of here. They're boys. They locked in like this. But, you know? And I know, it was the first episode of it. But still. Anyways, he also had to deal with his internal battle of wanting to make his dad proud and live up to his father's legacy, but also coming to find out his dad is fucking working for Vought or covering something up for Vought, and like realizing this person, your parent that you look up to your whole life, is not at all who he said he was or who he even wanted you to be. He's all about like, you gotta be the next polarity, like you gotta be a hero, you know? And then you're doing this fucked up shit, you know? But it's still his dad, and he still wants to make him proud, so he's kind of like battling that. And you know what? That's real. That's real. The whole, when the rose-colored glasses come off about your parents, well, when it concerns your parents, but you're still grappling with that, but they raised me, and I want to make them proud, but they're not this person. They're not a good, like, kind of ate, like when his dad grips him and Andre's eyes just kind of like, fuck, I fucked up, you know? Eight. And also, his best friend was killed in a murder-suicide, and then he's immediately thrust into the public eye as one of the people that took him down. And he never wanted to be in the public eye. Like, that was, from, literally episode 1, he's like, nah, I'm chilling right here, bro. You got that, golden boy. Like, you know what I mean? And he also was never not high. Like, he was constantly coping with drugs. One scene, he wakes up, the bong is out. Yo. Whoa. He was self-destructive and destructive in general with his plans that involved Emma, but he was trying. I don't know. And I know, listen, I know some of y'all would be like, but him and Kate were messing around. Listen, I have retconned that in my head. The writers missed the chance for Luke, Kate, and Andre to be a polyamorous couple. Me and my roommate believed it so vividly that when it came out in like Kate's mind that they were cheating while Luke was still alive, I was just like, oh, we were like, what? But they were all dating. We were bamboozled, to say the least. But yeah, I didn't hate Andre's character like the rest of y'all. I didn't think it was that serious. Like, I feel there were worse characters. He just is confused and doesn't know how to kind of exist without his best friend. And he's kind of stuck in this, like, limbo of waking up, drugs, PR, and shit. I don't know. I think y'all could lighten up a little bit. And also, I just remembered, his dad is dying, and he literally using his powers kills him. So now he has to deal with that on top of, like, I'm not saying he's a perfect character, because he's not. But I just don't think y'all should. I feel like there were definitely other characters y'all could have been jumping on versus Andre, but maybe I need a rewatch. I don't think I do, because I've rewatched multiple times and my opinion hasn't changed. But that's how I feel. Now, Emma, that's my Pookie. Emma, listen, a comedic relief character that's not one-dimensional. I used to pray for times like this. Just off rip, I don't care about her relationship with Sam. That meant nothing to me. You know what actually meant something to me? Her friendship with Marie. And I love how they didn't just make Emma the roommate, or even just like not build off of her and Marie's friendship. At the end of episode 1, you know, when Marie's just like, why did you let me go out there? Blah, 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 blah. That wasn't the end. That was the end, you know? Like, they still, when they reconciled in episode 3, because, you know, in episode 2, Emma is like so tiny that I think she was so tiny that she couldn't even speak. So, you know, that's when Marie finally figured out how her powers work. And Emma's like, you know what? You said we're not friends, so we're not friends. And then they fixed that by episode 3. And, you know, when she's kind of like helping Marie pee, like, I don't know. I just thought it makes my heart warm that they're close and they didn't ruin that friendship. And that as soon as Emma went missing, she was on Andre's neck. She was on Andre's neck. And then when Jordan called her cricket, she was on Jordan's neck. Like, Marie does not play about Emma and I really love that. I also really loved the scenes with her mom. Like, I feel like that was such like a good glimpse into her past as like literally dealing. Her mom stressed me out just looking at her on screen. I'm not gonna lie. But you could just tell when she like disassociates, when her mom just starts talking to her about like how she's eating, like what she did, all that stuff. She's just like, she's been through this so many times, and her mother just doesn't care about anything other than like visuals, you know? And I love that. And I love that her powers are also being evolving. Like, you know, she has to eat or puke to get big or small, but now at the end of the season we see that it involves her emotions as well. And I'm like, yep, exactly. And the fact that she enjoys being like big Emma, she's proving her mom wrong, yep, that's my girl. That's my girl. Emma just being happy and comfortable is all I need. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Just peace for my girl. Peace for my girl. Now on to Miss Cate. Put the pitchfork down. Chill. Look at me. She's a great character. That's obvious. Obviously, my Miss Cate regarding the soup supremacy and how she was about to touch Jordan and do that middle. Don't. Her backstory was wild though. She was constantly manipulated by literally every adult in her life. And I don't think it's her fault for her brother going missing. Like, you injected your baby with an basically untested drug. They were just doing it with any child. And she was not aware that she was going to get powers. So how are you going to get mad for the powers that you injected her with, and then lock her away for her whole life? Like, whoa. And then, so she deals with that trauma. And then Dean Shetty comes in, makes it seem like she's taking her out of this prison, only to manipulate her into thinking that everything that she's doing to her friends right now is okay, and she's doing it for the greater good, and that she's actually helping them. And it's taking a toll on her mental because she's got to play two different people at all times. Like, excellent characterization. Dean Shetty is evil. She's not seeing the pearly gates. Well, she probably didn't see him when she died. Obviously, I'm not with soup supremacy. It's literally, obviously, a version of white supremacy, but neither here nor there. Speaking of, at the end of the season, the new Guardians of Godolkin and that verbiage, I was like, I see what they did. But the one thing, having Marie relive her trauma was crazy. You could have had her die in literally any other way. She was like, I'm sorry, but you can't save her. Girl, fuck you. Like, just foul. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I was a little shocked with the soup supremacist arc. I was not expecting that. I understand it, but I was like, whoa. It makes sense. I understand it. It makes sense with how her character is and how she's been constantly manipulated by non-soups her whole life, but it was still wild. But yeah, obviously I got beef for her now. But she's a great antagonist. I don't want to say villain yet. I feel like she can get there. But right now, I'm giving her antagonist. Now it's time to talk about my Lukey. I love Luke. Listen. He was literally we only got one episode of Luke alive, and me and my roommate immediately attached ourselves. We would see him in flashbacks and get excited like we knew him. Like, it was, all he needed was that one episode, and he continued to impact the entire season. Like, tell me that's not king shit. Like, you gotta eat that. I don't know. Also, the flashbacks helped to, like, you know, build his character, and we like really see who he was. But I don't know. I really love Luke. It's short because, you know, Luke wasn't there that whole time. But even when we saw him in Kate's brain, I was up. I was up. I was excited. Anyways, Sam. Let's send him to the nearest therapist. Stat. And quickly. Just with efficiency. Efficacy? I don't know. Whatever. Another one where the soup supremacist makes sense, but I wasn't exactly expecting it. I was like, oh wow, he gets down, he don't play. So, but like, it makes sense because like clearly the way he was tortured in the woods, I would probably hate non-soups too, but like, you don't want to go to Whataburger before you destroy society. Like, that's just me, I guess. I honestly don't have much to say about him, because I just didn't care about him as much as I cared about everybody else. No hate, but he also became a soup supremacist, so now I extra don't give a fuck about you. The puppet hallucinations were crazy. All of those scenes, cinematic excellence. Why lie? But yeah, he was cool before the soup supremacy part. This is just a random thing, but that guard that cocked his gun as Luke was like trying to talk him down, why would you do that knowing how powerful that boy is? Sit down and let his brother talk to him. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got for Luke and Sam. I thought, yeah, that's all I got for all of the characters, actually. My bias was shown. What do you want me to say? Like, I basically love everybody. I want to say except for Sam and Cate right now. Will I retweet Cate edits on the timeline? Of course. Will I retweet Sam edits? Probably not, but you know what? That's y'all's white boy. Y'all got that. So now into the overall plot. As you can see, I clearly love all of the characters of Gen V, but they're not the only highlight of the show. The plot, it has some of that je ne sais quoi, which I genuinely should have expected because how the plot of The Boys is. But literally every episode, at the end of every episode, I'm sitting there, jaw open, jaw unhinged. Speaking of, no more of that 32-minute episode, 38-minute episode nonsense. I want 1 hour episodes, and I'm not gonna ask again. I'm not even asking. I'm telling you. I want 1 hour Gen V episodes, and you better give them to me. Period. That's it. Anyways, yeah, I really love the plot. I just love the way everything unraveled. And it never felt like an hour or 40 minutes. It felt like I was sitting there for 2 seconds, because it wasn't like, though it felt like I was sitting there for 2 seconds, it didn't feel like it was, sped up. What's the word? Rushed. It wasn't rushed. You know what I mean? The woods itself is such a Vought thing, though. It is such a Vought thing to have children locked up and to test them and their powers. But what really gagged me was the the injection that would like kill them, and Dean Shetty saying, "How do we make it contagious?" I was floored. Now that lady is down low and dirty, or I guess was down low and dirty because she's dead. But I just love that they brought Newman in. I love Victoria Newman. She kills people. She's pretending to not be okay. And she was also Marie's benefactor. That's her girl. Oh, the parallels. Yup. I'm sad. I'm sorry. Like that's my baby girl. The cameos were cameoing, and we got Butcher at the season finale. Also, Homelander literally shook me to my core at the very end. I got so excited because I was just like, oh my god. And then I was like, never mind, that's Homelander. And then he had the audacity to call Marie an animal. An animal? Coming from the same man that was drinking cow milk off the udder? Oh, but like, don't play in my girl's face like that. An animal? What kind of animal kills their own kind? You see how he says animal and kind, and he reverts to Homelander. You will be dealt with. You will be dealt with. Oh my god. I loved the theme of nobody is what they seem. Or specifically, like, everything you do is wrong. It's the same, like, general theme we get from The Boys, but Marie already knows things are fucked up because she grew up in this orphanage, but she was still having this, like, idea of, I'm gonna be in the 7, I'm gonna go to the school and I'm gonna get out. But you're never really getting out in this world because every single aspect of that world is corrupt, like, literally no matter what. Down to, like, crime fighting. Those classes aren't even about crime fighting. You're just yapping. They're just yapping in their classes. Like, there's literally, you're not a star. You're Vought's little plaything. Like, and, like, the gradual, like, soups versus non-soups, you know, tension that was, like, just gradually growing throughout the season until it finally, like, exploded into that war that we saw. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, because we see it in glimpses of, like, what's going on TV, or like Homelander killed that guy, what's happening, how our soup's gonna be, whatever. And then Newman comes in, and then that was beautiful. This is real television. Like, real television is coming back for me. I was on the edge of my seat every week. 8 p.m. Thursday night, I was excited. I was sad. Now, in regards to the memory loss being Cate, I didn't see it coming beforehand, but I did see it coming as the episode progressed. But I think it was a good setup for her and Dean Shetty's relationship and us getting backstory on all of that. So that was seated. But yeah, I had a good time. I overall think it was a great first season. I am so excited for season 2. Yeah, I really loved it. Clearly. All right, that's it. That's all from me. I hope you enjoyed me yapping about Gen V. Like I said, one of my favorite shows. No, it is. It definitely is my favorite show to come out this year. Deeply excited for season 2. So, you know, Prime Video, get on that. The writer's room I need y'all to be active. And I need to see Marie doing some Katara bloodbending type shit. And I want that in the script. Katara bloodbending type shit. Thank you. If you like this video, subscribe for more. And also like this video and comment and tell me your opinions on Gen V, because I love talking about the show and I would love to talk about it with you. That sounded crazy. You who's watching now, if you know, I like talking about this show, so I don't know, I'm just yapping. Anyways, this shirt is a preview of my next video, because the next video is going to be me talking about how cartoon boy bands eat, and I've recently just watched the Trolls trilogy, so now I can talk about Brozone. Obviously I want to talk about Four Town, because, you know, I saw them in concert. Like, that's where I got the shirt. Like, Aaron Z is my bias. Like, what are we talking about? But yeah, I'm excited to do that. I love talking about music and TV, so that mix is gonna be fun. But yeah, thanks for hearing me yap, and I hope you come back next time. Bye. I'm still not over that jaw thing. Like, her jaw was this way.